Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back. Dun,
And
dun.
and for
Sunday podcast, baby, for the 2 Days podcast. Get over now. That's it. Welcome back. Here we are.
And we can confirm it's episode 17,
Yeah,
even though
episode
there's
17.
an 18 right behind me, but it's
And even though we said
episode
last week-
17.
and even though we said last week was 15, we
And the
completely
previous week
ballsed
we
it up.
messed it up as well.
We completely balls it up. It's what
But
happens. It's what dads do.
as we discovered, failure is fun.
Failure makes for good times, good laughs.
If it's good enough for the Prime Minister, it's good enough for the Two Dads podcast.
Well, finally, he's leading by example, right? That's what we could say. But welcome back, everybody, to the Two Dads podcast. We're doing it. It is a Sunday.
Just hold it a minute. I'll send you a message and I'll say that I never sent it.
Yeah. And yeah, exactly.
You're incompetent. I don't trust you.
That's right.
But I'm happy to serve on
you. And I'll forgive you.
I'll forgive
And
you.
I will.
Anyway,
and I
sorry.
will
We
reject
digress.
you. I will reject you saying you're never be my friend again as well.
Yep.
We'll do all that
Yep.
stuff.
I love you, man.
I
It's
love
all
you
good.
too. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome
Episode 17. Big episode. It is a Sunday, late afternoon.
Ooh,
And
late afternoon. It is an absolute beautiful day.
it's been a great weekend in Melbourne, ladies and gentlemen. We've had 20 plus. What's think it's been 25 today? Was like 29,
Yeah, I think
30.
8 or 9. Yeah.
And the week that's coming up is going to be some really good weather. So summer is still here. The guns are out. So
Sun's out, guns out.
that's it, baby. That's it. So we're going to milk it for as long as it lasts, because we all know that come 1st of March, bang, 15 degrees. So
That's it.
enjoy it while it lasts.
And all the cold weather comes in.
That's it. How you doing, my
It
man?
is-
What's your day been like today?
Well,
Big day for you.
it's been a very emotional day.
It's a very big day for you. Tell the listeners and
emotional
the
day.
viewers why. Tell them.
So the J-Man has turned 18.
You
I
haven't
never
got
thought
a,
I'd see it.
you don't have a kid anymore. You have an
No.
adult.
No.
And
We're an adult.
And that last grip of slipped out.
Control
It's just gone.
is gone. So
it's just
it
gone.
went from this,
Went from that blowing bubbles
blowing bubbles,
to now.
to now. Now
What you're doing
I'm
now
not going to
is-
act like I'm not trying to load something up.
But are you?
As we know, failure is fun.
It's probably going to cut his head off because of the way this works. Or something.
I know. But look, we shall stick with it anyway.
I remember the
because
day. I do remember the day he was
We love
born.
it.
I remember the day he was born. He was a cute baby. And
There is.
move to the side.
There is.
Wow, look at
But
that.
like I said, from this.
Yeah. It's hard to see. Nah, it's not going to
No.
do it.
No,
there
look
he
at
is.
that.
Look at that. Hey, look at that.
Who says we don't spend money
That's it. Look.
on special effects?
Look at that. That's perfect.
He's 18,
18.
Today.
18.
and we're going to make another landmark as well in the Two Dads
Oh.
podcast. We're actually going to attempt a live cross.
No.
A live cross.
This is our first live cross in the Two Dads podcast? Really?
First time we've actually added someone in. So
Wow.
I've even made sure that I've got the Amy headset, so
Oh.
that that is one avenue of failure that's down.
De-risked. What is the
Oh,
J-Man
yeah.
doing? In full disclosure, I gave him a call earlier, wish
Yep.
him happy birthday. And he had just arrived in the city with his mates. I think he was at dinner with his mates. Is that correct?
Yep, they're
Is that what he
going
was
out.
doing?
They're going
Yeah.
out for dinner. So there's a few of them there that are fans of the show as well. So
Oh, really? Well, there you go. So we might be able
Live
to
cross.
Well, this will be a first. It's like
I know.
first guest and live cross, and who better than to have than your son, who
We are-
today
We are
legally
fully
an
jammed
adult.
up.
Yeah. Oh, there is
Our donuts are completally jammed
They're
up with
overflowing.
anticipation.
overflowing. Let's hope it
So
doesn't mess
we
up.
need to explain for those
Yes.
of you who's the first time you're seeing this. Someone may have sent it to you, and you think
yeah. What are these two on about?
it is not just a couple of idiots trying to talk less than 60.
Oh, We know that's not going to happen.
Trying to talk less than 60 minutes. And I'd just like to say, I assure you, there's no way we're going to make it under 60 minutes
tonight.
this time.
Nah. Or any other time. Let's be honest.
It is the Two Dads podcast.
It is.
Two dads, not as in because there's one and two of us.
No.
It's because we are so much like dads.
TOO, too much like dads.
Yeah.
And that's
this is a completely a dad's moment where your firstborn
turns into an
turning
adult.
18. Yeah.
Turns 18. It's adulthood.
And it all just seemed to have happened without you noticing.
It has gone quick.
But
they do say that, but
it is a glimpse into the future.
For me, it is.
For Phil.
Yes, it is. Absolutely. I mean, I have
this is where it's all heading.
7 and 3.5-year-old, and I recall the days when Jerome was 3.5.
Yep.
And now he's 18. Yep. And there you go. So it happens. It's only 15 years away.
So we are dads. We are too much like dads, and there's
what do
two
we love?
very important things.
Oh yeah.
That all dads have in common.
Absolutely.
Those are jokes.
Check.
And puns.
Check.
It is a rite of passage as a dad. It doesn't matter what walk of life you come from.
All dads love them.
It's universal.
It is. All dads love them.
My friend,
what have you got?
I have to make full disclosure.
Yes.
There has been no research done whatsoever. Everything you are about to experience, I have found myself.
Oh, you just, wow.
This week.
Stumbled across it in your travels.
This week.
Yeah.
I'm always out and about, as you know.
Jeez, when are you not? When are you not?
I just,
what have you
seriously, I don't understand how it just happens.
It's the universe. You know when you send out those vibes, it's the law of attraction. You're attracting this stuff now. That's what it is.
I'm attracting puns.
You are. You're attracting it.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
So
what have you found?
I will go right to the top shelf of puns.
Oh wow.
Which is ironically also the bottom shelf.
That's already good. I love it already.
But you better be ready for this.
Oh, I better not drink then. I better not drink. Go.
It's toilet paper.
I've heard of these guys. Who gives a crap?
It is a brand of toilet paper.
Yep. Who gives a crap?
I was in a bathroom. I washed my hands, and I just looked to the left. I'm like,
so, ladies, listeners, if you're on Spotify, first off, come over to YouTube. You get to see some excellent material that gets flashed up on the screen. But
we not only have the voices for Spotify, we have the faces for YouTube.
We do, absolutely.
Philip is the Uber man. I am the other man.
That's right, and it's always been that way. Who gives a crap is the name of a toilet paper company. I believe they're Australian. I believe they're local as well.
Yep.
And if I'm not mistaken, it's from recycled product that they...
That is correct. It's environmentally friendly.
Let's be clear, not recycled toilet paper. Other recycled products. And they make toilet paper.
Paper product.
And you can order online. It comes in a big box, and then on the side of the box it has the company name of Who Gives a Crap.
And I love the side, the side of the box. I'll just move out the way.
Move out the way, and I'll read this.
Phil can explain.
Yeah, so it says, "Hey, you look great today. Move across. Move out of the way." But
hang on, I'll go there.
Is it weird? What does it say? Is it weird your toilet paper company is telling you this? Maybe. Sorry. That's what it says. You look great today.
And that's on the other side of the box.
What? I mean, why not?
Marketing genius, if you ask me, Phil.
Yeah, I reckon.
Marketing genius.
It's fantastic. It's just brilliant to come up with that sort of name. You know what I mean? It's a great pun. Let's be honest.
I'm sure it happens in the office all the time. Hey, we're running out of toilet paper. And then somebody yells out, "Who gives a crap?" Oh, it's just
brilliant.
You can't write this stuff. It just happens to you.
It's like I said, man. You're attracting this stuff now.
Yep.
You are attracting this stuff. Let's be honest.
So,
yeah.
Moonee Ponds.
Yes.
Moonee Ponds is a
Moonee Ponds.
lovely
It's
suburb in Melbourne.
in a city.
Yeah, it's
city.
it's in a city, and my wife Shakira, she actually loves she loves the suburb, and she wouldn't mind to
Yeah.
move there. But
Yeah,
I can
it
see
is.
why now, because it seems to be the home of puns.
Oh, really? In
Yeah.
Moonee Ponds.
Moonee Ponds.
It is an old part of Melbourne. Like it's it's an OG in a city.
I'll start off with one thing, right?
Okay,
I'll
here we
start off
go.
with one thing. I saw this. Obviously, as I've said, everything I found myself. This is not researched.
Yep.
This is I just happened to be
just
going
in your
past.
travels, just going past.
Okay.
And smack you in the face.
If you were wanting to open up a business of removal for tattoos.
Ah, okay.
Okay. Moonee Ponds seems to be the place.
Oh, really?
Now, Phil, we're gonna have to walk the people on Spotify through this.
Okay. All right.
Laser Wizard tattoo removal.
Yes.
Right?
That's what it says. Laser Wizard.
That's a tattoo removal shop.
Yes.
Where would be the best place to open up a tattoo removal shop?
I get a funny feeling I know the answer to this question.
And you'll be right next to a tattoo shop.
There you go. If that isn't urban planning at its best and rubber stamping your business at its best, I don't know what is.
I can't, even if I tried, I couldn't make this up. I actually saw the Laser Wizard removal place, and I said it out aloud to everyone. I said, wouldn't it be funny if they opened that up right next to a tattoo shop?
And sure enough.
And then I actually looked, and
next to Base 9 Tattoos.
Base 9 Tattoos. So
look, if they
if this is an expression on their workmanship,
maybe they maybe. Hey, for all you know, it could be the same owner. And he's just doubling up on business here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he thought, I'll just round the market off.
I'll put them on. And if people really don't like, well, I'm going to take it off as well. And I'm going to just collect that cash on the way through. Thanks.
Or else sitting there with the tattoo going, oh, sorry, mate. Actually, here's a 5% off voucher for the tattoo removal shop next door.
Just go there. They'll fix it up for you. Fix that and then come back. Come back and then we'll do it properly. That's great. Laser tattoo removal next door to a tattoo place. Brilliant.
So also hairdressers in for Moonee Ponds seem to be really on the money for funny business names. I know. It's just so I've got this one. It's la-di-da.
La-di-da hair. How can we help you? La-di-da. I reckon that's been there. I should look it up. I reckon that's been there for a long time.
Yeah.
I would guess that's been there for, since they put the first blue rinse. I reckon.
Well, it is a suburb for the well-heeled elderly,
Yes, la-di-da hairdressers. I like it.
Generation.
That's great.
So
it just goes to show
this
that
one as well.
puns do go across generations.
Matters of hair.
Matters of hair. That's great. That's great. And the scissors make the letter A. Perfect. Yep. Perfect.
Come on.
Gee, see,
it wasn't.
Moonee Ponds it'll be 100 years old. You reckon it'll be 100? Yeah. About 100 years old.
It's an older suburb. Yeah.
You see.
It's one of the oldest sort of inner city suburbs in Melbourne. So
puns are everywhere. You just need to open your eyes and you'll find them, as you've demonstrated in your travels.
You just see it. You see it when you see it, and that's it.
That's it. Matters of hair.
So, the other thing, as we mentioned, one is the Ponchos for all dads.
No,
jokes.
Absolutely is. As it is. It is. It really is. And some good ones out there.
So for the latter, what does a frog order at a restaurant?
A frog order at the restaurant.
What does a frog order at a restaurant?
Oh no. What does he order?
French fries. Cheers.
Touché. Very well done. French fries. Of course he does. Great. That's great. All right.
So what's orange and sounds like a parrot?
No.
What's orange and sounds like a parrot?
Paris Hilton. I don't know. What is it? Doesn't she say Donald Trump? He's orange.
No, that would make sense. What is orange and sounds like a parrot?
What?
A carrot.
It's orange and sounds like parrot. A carrot. It sounds like parrot. It's the simple ones. The simple ones are the best.
It gets you. It gets you.
I find that when you stop and think about dad jokes, there's an underlying theme of logic behind them.
Yeah,
well.
because
they have a commonsensical answer. It makes sense. As ridiculous as they sound, you think, well, that makes sense.
And it's that wonderful eye roll in at the end. Yeah.
Yep,
Very
got
funny.
me. Got me, Dad.
You got me.
Good one, Dad.
Got me.
What else you got? What else you got before we get into the topic of the day? Come on.
I got some absolute huge news.
Oh. Uh-oh.
I don't know. I don't know if I should do this at the top of the show or wait.
You bought a Tesla.
No.
Okay.
I would have told you that.
As soon as we opened up. The intro. I bought a Tesla.
If I had a Tesla, we'd be doing the podcast from there.
Probably could.
Yeah.
That's true. That'd be true. What have you got? What's your news? I want to hear this.
You sure you want to do this now, or you want to wait till we unroll the topic?
Hey, I'm just the passenger.
No. I've just been so excited about it.
Okay. Yeah, go.
Because on that day, my donut was nearly out of jam. Like I was
someone
in a
refilled it. Someone put some
real mood
back in.
I was ready to just end the day. That's it.
Call
I've had enough. But it just completely filled to overflow.
Wow.
And just
what is
out of nowhere.
What is
out of nowhere. Melbourne has a new hero.
Who have we got?
Time of need, right at the end of summer. Melbourne has a new hero.
Really?
Yes.
We've had Blind Lion. We've had Carrot Man. We've got a third.
And the pimp.
We've had the pimp. Love the pimp.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Disappointed he's never made a comeback, the pimp.
I know.
Anyway. I've looked for him.
Even though we called him out for Big Sugar, so we should have had him there. But ladies and gentlemen, I give to you.
Who have we got?
The Chocolate Monk.
What is going on? He's full on. He's even got the robe and everything.
Yeah.
The Chocolate Monk. I'm pretty sure.
The Chocolate Monk.
I can
this
see it's
is
Princess
at the end of Waverley Road. So right in front of the Clayton campus for Monash.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's no monasteries there that I know of.
The Chocolate Monk. He's nowhere near any monastery.
What? But that aside, are there any schools in that area that they still have brothers? I think the
other photo was no.
There's no schools with brothers.
No schools. There's no school in the area.
Not anymore.
Where
Don Bosco? Are we close to Don Bosco?
But they don't have a brother in uniform. This man
Laundry Day?
Maybe again.
Could be. I mean, he's got bags. He might have clothes in there that he's taking down to the laundromat.
This was at 12:45 in the afternoon, so there's no party. The chocolate monk is about.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's in a full monk suit.
Yeah,
the robe and all. He's got the beard.
Phil, do you want to make an explanation for those on Spotify?
Oh well, so what we have, ladies and gentlemen, is this is taken by Sadiq, and I know this because I can see the reflection of the bonnet of his car that is in immaculate, which is not surprising at all. It's taken from him. He stopped. He's not driving and take. Anyway, that's not important. So it's a monk who has. And the reason why we know it's a monk, he has the full-on robe on, the traditional mission brown robe. He's got the hood on. He's got the traditional white corded belt on. He has some, looks like either Coles or I don't know. He's got shopping bags. He's got the full get up. He's got some shopping bags. And he's got one of those wheelie trolleys, like the ones that the elderly use, and they can sit down. It's like an assistance four-wheeler sort of A-frame thing.
Yep.
And he's just walking
in the middle of the road.
Walking in the middle of the road. So
yeah, that is the right lane going the opposite way.
Oh, it is actually, because I can see the car. That's right. There's a car in front of you, and people are just traffic is stopped to allow the gentleman or the monk to cross the road near a bus shelter. So,
no, everyone stopped at the lights. As you can see, the lights red. The lights went green. I still stopped at this point and waved him through while I snapped another photo. Oh,
you let him? Okay.
The chocolate monk. He proceeded to not move.
Oh, he just stood there
and gave me the finger.
Oh, really? Said, "You go, buddy."
I stopped and I'm just waving him through because I'm thinking, well, obviously, if he's got the walker, he's not very sturdy on his feet.
Yeah.
So I stopped.
You did the right thing.
Even though the light was green for me.
Yeah.
Waved him through, rather strongly. I'm like, go,
move.
Go. And then he just
mother effing
he
monk.
Mumbled. So he was mumbling some sort of obscenities, and he gave me the finger.
Flipped you the bird. Not many people can say they've been flipped off by a monk. Your memoirs are going to be excellent reading one day. I can only see it poolside and just reading your memoirs. It's going to be great.
I give to thee the chocolate monk.
See, man, the chocolate monk. There you go. They're out there, people. They're out there. I need to do one day.
Cannot write this.
I was actually speaking to the Athena Real Estate about this today, where I said I want to take an annual leave day off work and do a ride along with Sadiq. I want to just start at 6.
See what goes on.
Just to see
what goes on.
I just want to do a ride along because I think it'll be a culturally enlightening, eye-opening experience. I reckon it'll be great. Just to sit there, be great.
Even yesterday, well, as well as the I don't give a crap, the
toilet paper,
the brand of toilet paper, which I only just saw a few hours ago.
Yeah,
like maybe 3 hours ago.
That was literally today. God.
So yesterday I was driving down from Mount Alexander Road, and there is a woman walking with a backpack, but it's on her front.
Okay, all right.
As I swerved with laughter, the backpack had a clear see-through front.
Yeah.
And it had a perch in the middle of it with holes.
Okay. Why? Oh, God. What was in there?
The backpack was a budgie.
What? She's taking the budgie for a walk.
You think I'm lying? And 4 witnesses.
So she was out taking her budgie for a walk.
Yeah, my wife, the kids, and Piper was in the car.
Serious?
We all saw it. A woman going for a walk.
With a budgie.
I'll explain it again. A woman going for a walk with a backpack that had a clear front. this backpack was on. She was wearing it on her front,
so that
instead of the back.
So the budgie was in there.
That's right. In the backpack, which had a clear front, was a perch with the budgie. Just
perch there.
Who's walking a budgie?
That woman. Budgie.
This is like stuff for Guantanamo Bay. So they just, so to be sure that the budgie knows that it's in prison, just to walk out and show the world for the budgie.
Still stuck in there, buddy. They're still stuck in the cage.
Please, anyone out there that is involved in the selling of this kind of stuff,
budgies would perch on your shoulder, and you could
this was one of our first shows where I said to you that people are buying a specific for pram that's made for animals.
Yes, the dogs.
These prams made for animals.
Yeah, they're manufactured just for animals.
And I mentioned that I did see a woman walking a cat in a backpack that had for helmet for fencing, we
the mesh,
like a screen door on the front of the backpack. Now
got a budgie pack.
Now wherever the factory is in China that's just churning this stuff out for Western people.
I got idea. Budgie. One for budgie.
Who's walking a budgie?
Change manufacturing for budgie. Hey, don't blame. Let's be very clear. We don't hold the Chinese at fault. If people are buying stuff, they're going to manufacture it. And good luck to them for manufacturing. I'm saying, if no one bought it, they wouldn't build them. All right, they wouldn't make them. So people.
This is the result for the cocoa that the people have gone that.
I do not hold Chinese manufacturing to account at all.
All right, Simon, I'm going out now.
You have to get
Walk in the budgie.
I suppose I can kind of see.
Make sure you close the backpack this time.
I can kind of see, the budgie's stuck in a cage. At least that way it gets to walk around, maybe.
Now you're just normalizing it.
I'm trying too hard now.
Now you're just normalizing.
I'm just trying. But I thought budgies would just sit on your shoulder and you could walk around with them. And
well-trained ones, but obviously if
this one's a rogue budgie.
If you can't be bothered to actually...
A rogue budgie. Why can't you play?
If you can't be bothered to actually make the effort to train the animal properly, then...
If the last 2 years haven't taught us anything, we shouldn't be surprised at anything that happens in the world anymore. No. We shouldn't be surprised. Which leads us...
This is not researched.
No. Hey, look. She will not be putting up budgie missing posters on telephone poles, right? So maybe she's got that covered. Maybe it's what happened last time, and she goes, right, I'm getting myself a budgie pack.
All right, my apologies. Episode 17.
Episode 17. That was a long-ass intro.
Episode 17. Yeah.
Long-ass intro of 20 minutes. Let's go.
It's like that movie that the whole movie was supposed to be for the clip.
Yeah, that's right.
The whole movie.
Go on. What do we got?
Episode 17 is entitled...
Yep.
Just Another Andrew.
Just another Andrew.
Just another Andrew.
Just another Andrew.
Hey.
Chris Andrew.
I thought...
How do you say name? Ghislaine?
I think that's more of the things that happened.
Just Andrew. Seriously. People who
Ghislaine.
Ghislaine.
Maxwell,
so
Prince Andrew.
S is silent.
Pedophile.
The S is silent.
S is silent.
That graphic actually worked really perfectly. It's the first time it's worked good. That and the chocolate monk.
Complete accident, I tell you.
Actually, and the one of Jerome. We're on point tonight with technology. It's great.
See, why'd you have to say that now?
Don't moz it. Sorry. I've mozzed it.
It's all going to go over.
What are we talking about?
From this point.
Andrew?
Ethical standpoint.
Yeah.
Ethical standpoint.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is a big ethical issue right now.
Ridiculously huge.
All right, so I will have the laughing issues out the way first because it is very serious,
and
I think it's a good something for us to actually speak about. So, see, as you said, I shouldn't have said anything. Now,
no, we got it.
This one doesn't actually work. So, for starters, Prince Andrew, or just Andy, Andy, as he's called by his mates.
Yep.
Actually has 72 soft toys as an adult man. Yeah,
really?
This is another. That's what I said. I'll start with the weird stuff.
Okay.
Just so that
I'm listening. I'll jump in.
Paint a picture.
Yeah.
Right? Yep. So Prince Andrew, who I think is something like third in line or something of the throne. He's the anyway.
I mean, he's not in line anymore, mate.
No. He's been stripped of his royalness. Now he's just Andrew.
Holds no title.
Andy. Anyway, he has, while he did have staff and all the privileges of royalty, he has 72 stuffed soft toys, which the maids have an order of how they are to place them on his bed. And at certain times
on his bed.
Of the day, at certain times of the day, they have to rearrange them in a certain way. And if they don't do it, he abuses them. This is a grown man.
This is a grown-ass man.
Like,
serious?
Someone that can fly helicopters for the military.
Good God.
But heaven forbid you don't put all the soft toys in the right order.
I didn't realize.
As what he said.
This is news to me. I didn't know about this one.
Yeah, so this was just a weird.
What are the stuffed toys? Do they represent something? Oh, we have we need to interrupt.
Whoa.
We have a guest.
Special guest.
We have a special guest.
Special guest.
Let's see what we got here. We're just admitting the special guest. See what happens here.
Is that going to work?
Oh. This is a first.
You are
100% first.
We're just shocked.
I think we've got audio. As soon as it clicks, video.
Hello.
Switch the video on. Hello.
Hello.
Can you switch the video on?
Oh.
Yep.
Whoa.
Oh.
There it is. We got it. How you going?
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Jeez.
He's outside one of his favorite restaurants.
Oh, what's the restaurant?
I don't know how to pronounce
Show
it.
You can say it.
Just Mr. Miyagi's. That'll do.
No, it's Fukuruku Ramen.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Fukuruku Ramen.
With a long time listener.
Hey, we got two guests. Look out.
It's an honor. It is an honor. What can I say? The Two Dads podcast. It's
Hey Joe, you are live, mate. Everything is live.
You will be on episode 17.
Episode
17.
You'll be on there. You'll be on on both Spotify.
Off the bucket list. What can I say?
Now your life is
just a little bit more complete.
I think the only way is down from here.
Yeah, it's got meaning now. So
it's nice to see you.
Glad to have you on. Glad to have you on the podcast.
Glad to have you.
It was good timing. We're just about to jump
Piper?
in. Yeah, we're about to jump in. So good timing. Piper's there?
Piper.
No, she's still down in the.
Okay, down the bottom. Oh, yeah, because there's not much signal from outside.
Nah.
No.
It wouldn't be.
So.
Nick as well.
Hey, Nick.
Oh, hey, Nick.
Hey.
Nick's gone.
Nick, come on, mate. Nick.
Look at all these guests.
So.
G'day.
So he is our friendly representative from all
the Asian
Chinese.
community.
Yeah, from the Asian community.
Fantastic.
Nick is Chinese.
Oh, yeah.
He represents for 1/5 of the world's population.
I'm from the Laos.
Laos?
He's from Laos.
Laos. Okay.
There you go.
No, there you go. Laos.
Laos.
So yes.
No, Laos. Laos is a country.
That is one of the regions. So that's one of the regions. in China?
Yeah, from the
Yes.
Golden Triangle.
South?
Golden
Yep.
Triangle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Golden Triangle.
Golden Triangle.
So, for what does a frog order in a restaurant?
What? A frog order in a restaurant.
Yeah. So, what does a frog order in a restaurant?
Something like flies, you know, like
French flies.
French flies.
What is it?
French flies.
French flies.
French flies.
French flies.
I knew it.
Your father material. Nick's father material, mate. His dad material. He's already.
I know.
He's
already there. He's already there.
Yeah, my belly coming in. My belly.
This is great.
It's nice to see that.
You guys are very funny.
Thank you. Thanks,
you.
Nick. We try.
Yeah, and it's also nice to see that you also got for the message, so that we're wearing the same.
Yeah.
So we're all for matching.
That's
So,
it.
yeah.
That's it.
So you're already well set for fatherhood, mate. You're already well set for fatherhood.
Very inclusive.
That's
So,
right.
Yeah, very
I try not to
inclusive.
get too loud because there's many people around us.
Is
Okay,
it?
no worries.
Is it busy? Is it busy where you are, Jerome? Because I mean, where are we located at the moment?
The cameraman.
On Russell Street.
He's very unstable.
Russell.
You can
Okay.
see him. He's like a this. He's like a this. He's got the Lou Gehrig's disease. You know, like
Nice. I can.
He's
see
got Lou Gehrig's disease.
He's like a human earthquake. You know, like a tremors. Like
Oh, man.
Not
Thank
good.
you.
You might have to get it checked out.
Gone absolutely loose on the 2 days
Go
podcast.
okay.
There you go.
So, Chinese for us.
Yeah, speak some Chinese about. Say something about Prince Andrew. He's the topic of the show.
Prince Andrew, I do not condone the actions of that man. It's egregious, horrendous,
Outrageous.
outrageous, Luciferian.
Sit down.
We cannot stand with him.
Mm.
The people he's associated with.
And you know that he claims that he is incapable of sweating.
What
Really?
is he now? Is he what?
Oh,
If he
he's
was a god,
sweating now.
if he's a god, he's a
He
deity,
claims
why
he's
you say
incapable of sweating.
He's
He's
incapable of sweating. That's the
Yeah.
dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
That's right.
Dumb. You know how dumb that is? That's like, you have the ability to say you can fly, you can teleport, you can control people's mind, and you say you cannot sweat? Who doesn't
Out of
do
everything that he
sweat?
could have said,
I know.
out of everything that
Anything
he could have said, he goes,
Anything he
it's just
could have said.
impossible for me to sweat.
He could have said he would never have erectile dysfunction in his entire life. He said he cannot sweat.
Jeez.
You know,
Nick's taken over the podcast.
I know.
Nick's gone very loose, but hey, why not?
Yeah, and the worst part about it for him, which he could have said something, was that for the girl that was making all the accusations, she said that the whole thing lasted a very extremely short time.
Well, no wonder
And
he
then-
could have sweat.
You needed to listen to some Cube. You need to listen to some Cube beforehand. You can do it. Put your back into it, Andy. Come on. No, it's not. Jokes aside,
We are not condoning. Yeah,
no,
yeah.
tell you, this is when we get onto this topic. It's something which me personally, it makes me extreme. It makes my
Makes
blood
me
boil.
sick.
Makes my
Yeah.
blood boil. Really does.
Good. It means you're a good person.
Makes me my
That's
blood
right.
boil. Someone like that, it's just wrong. But for now, it's good to talk to Jerome. It is his
All right,
birthday.
boys.
Happy
It's
birthday,
his birthday.
Yeah, thank you.
man!
Enjoy your dinner.
It's a big year. I
Wherever
mean,
I'm there.
he's turned
Yeah,
18.
It's a big milestone.
It's a big milestone because this year we have both federal, state election. Your voice
Oh,
is going
yeah,
to be heard.
yeah, you're going to vote. Yeah.
Your voice is going to be heard this year, so don't screw
It's
it
time
up.
for you guys to vote
Yep,
and vote with a conscience.
that's right. That's
I'll
right.
try to.
So don't be like Barnaby Joyce and just say that you've said something and then you haven't said it. But no, maybe you did say it.
Yep, that's right.
I'll try to.
All right.
More conviction.
All right.
Well, enjoy
Well,
the
yeah.
dinner. Has dinner started
Thanks,
yet?
guys.
Has it started yet? Have
Yeah,
you
we're
eaten?
still waiting for our food.
Okay, well, we
Okay,
don't want to
okay.
hold you up. Go and get your food. Thanks for
So
the
thanks,
life cross.
Joe. Thanks,
Yeah,
Nick.
Joe,
Yeah, right.
Nick.
Thank you very much.
Good to
Thanks,
see
guys.
you.
Go on.
Rome,
Yeah.
take care. Happy birthday again.
Keep listening.
Keep listening. See you
Ni
guys.
hao, ni hao.
See you, Jerome. Bye.
Take it.
See you guys.
Bye.
Oh wow!
Well, that's
What
see now
Finally, that's great.
We've just shot the rocket into space. That's it. We're
Elon Musk it.
going around the moon. This is Elon Musk, Sputnik,
It's fantastic.
whoever you want to throw out there.
This opens up the possibility to have further guests.
We have completely blown the glass
Steve?
ceiling.
Do you reckon Steve would come on? I reckon we get Steve on
we
here.
can have him in there. I reckon we can.
Come on. Come on. He'd probably get what he wants finally. Some debate. I'll have to ask
Finally,
him.
he can find something that we won't agree on.
That's right.
Yeah, that's going to happen at all.
Anyway,
Andy,
let's go back to this guy who, let's be honest,
we have got
disgrace.
The unadulterated opinion.
Yeah.
Well, really, from young adults, young educated adults. You know, it's clearly obvious. I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
If we just unpack for a little bit, obviously we haven't got hours and hours to speak about.
I mean, we have.
Of it. Yeah.
I mean, we have, but no one's going to listen to that shit, man.
No.
Go on.
From an ethical standpoint, this is how we try to phrase everything.
Mm-hmm.
How can you? He has 2 daughters.
I know. That's the part that makes my blood boil. It just
And he claims he has never met the woman, but there's how many photos with him hugging her?
Yeah.
And she was 17 at the time.
Man, she's just a kid.
What is wrong with you?
Like, how can I don't
if
understand.
you have the ability to get your maids to rearrange all the soft toys on the bed in your room in the palace, why do you need to interfere with underage girls?
That's just,
but this goes back to that whole thing about having for power and for money allows you to not have
it's almost like what you're
any sense
of reality.
Of reality. It's not any sense of impropriety.
And not only that, Andy aside, Ghislaine, whatever her name is, you're helping this along. Whatever I don't care what her name is. But
her father was extremely wealthy owner of a media. Like, he was a media
mogul. Get it. That's fine.
Yeah,
but
media mogul. So
you're
and the pedophile who he took the easy way out in prison finally. I think it's as sad and sick as the situation is.
Sick. It is sick. It's sick to a grown man, a father
who has daughters,
father.
Yeah.
Just to set up a scenario. Imagine if it was one of your daughters who had that happen to.
You have the ScoMo, the ScoMo empathy coach on speed dial. Imagine if it was
But not only that.
Imagine if it was one of your daughters.
It's just the whole. She's a kid. She's a kid. She's
17, and he knew it. Even if he didn't know what age she was, the whole thing is completely inappropriate.
Exactly. But you're not that dumb to know if someone's young. Come on.
Yeah, it just goes to show.
I don't care how they dress up or any of that sort of crap. That's just rubbish.
It just goes to show. I mean, we can't just say it's only men because it was her as well.
Yeah,
so she was the one.
Yeah.
She was the pimp,
yeah,
organizing all the girls, and and they were flying around everywhere, all over the world, to the island, the mansions, all the apartments everywhere. It was all organized, and her list of all the contacts is the who's who.
It's ridiculous. I mean, we're talking
of not only the world for business. It's
As far as little black books go, her little black book was just out of control. And just for the amount of time that it went over and how under the radar and how long it went for, it's a good thing that it's now bubbled up to the surface and it's been dealt with, because it needed to happen, and I'm glad it did, because it needs to send the message. Because unfortunately, the sadder part is this is not the only incident it's happening. It'll be happening still somewhere with someone doing it. 100%.
Well, let's be really sort of exact about it. This is only something that is in the eye of the media and the Western world right now. But going back to the Athena of real estate's ancestors, as far as I know, Pythagoras, Plato, they all had some sort of a penchant for little boys.
Yeah.
You know, I think this is a thing in history.
I understand
those with wealth and power abuse.
Of course they do.
Their standing
not everyone,
in society
not
for
all
those.
Of them.
Well, obviously,
not all of them, but there are those. Small percentage.
Royalty. I mean, royalty. The whole idea of royalty is predicated on an incest and murder. Really, it's not.
Well, if you've watched Game of Thrones, yeah,
there's nothing. It's like the only reason why it's your family name at the top because you murdered everyone else. That was you know, and I think this is just an incident where those two worlds have joined each other.
But how you can, as an individual, go, yeah, this is fine, you know. What quite is he getting away with it because of the stature, the position that you hold, because you think, it's under the radar. I mean, what gives you that comfort to go, it's all good?
That's just it. Because the people with wealth and with power, they like to have the situation where they can have something that's unobtainable.
It's almost like that's the drug itself.
It's to be able to rob someone of their innocence only because they can.
Yeah. What about your pride and your family name and your morals? That just gets
the arrogance to think that you will never get caught. Like you just think
think that's okay in the first place. I mean, that's the part. To be comfortable with it. It's all good. She's okay with it. She's fine with it. What?
And he's saying that she's lying because he is incapable of sweating, because she made a full account of the
pretty detailed as well
in the very detailed account, which she did say it was an extremely short time, and right before she vomited and had a shower afterwards.
God.
You know, all she can remember is him just sweating while all this was going on, and this is how his brain works.
Mate, it's not working. It's not working.
To not first explain the situation and how with what he's saying it hadn't happened at all. He decided to say that he's incapable of sweating. You know, I am truly 100%. Incapable. So it was only the sweating part that he had a problem with.
Everything else spot on, but the sweating part got that wrong.
Yeah. You know, it's fine for being accused of being a pedophile, but sweating, I will not.
That's where I draw a line. That's where I draw a line.
That's where I draw a line.
Bullshit. And that just goes to show where this guy's head's at.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, to try and cover up a lie by trying to, I don't know, discredit her, that he can't. You know what I mean? It's just
And he says, I have never met her. Then they go, well, here's the photos. This was well before you could actually do anything to images. You both have flash burn, and you can see and you can see for the other two in the background as well. So what do you want?
Unbelievable.
Which we're not laughing at the situation at all.
No. We're laughing at his stupidity.
We're just laughing
at him.
at how obviously guilty someone can be to make such an outlandish.
Seriously.
So he also inspired me for another pun that I found as well.
Oh, okay.
It's Mr. Bubbles Cup.
Oh man, Mr. Bubbles hand car wash. Mr. Bubble.
I was hoping that was going to work because you'd have to remember a infamous pedophile, which
yes.
was who was at large in Melbourne.
Yeah,
I think in the 70s.
Yeah,
and
70s, I think it was. Yeah.
So every time I drive past this one, when I had this idea in my mind,
it's still an issue in society. I mean, we're into the point now that we've got laws that protect them as well, right? Their identity,
that's right,
located, and all this sort of stuff. Which, in today's age, where you got to show a green tick to get into a certain venue to prove that you're jabbed, to individuals whose identity are being kept safe for their safety.
And the other thing as well.
Yeah.
So Epstein had he had not one but for two for pilots in his employ.
Oh, really?
Because he had a private plane.
Yeah, he had a jet. I know that.
Yeah. So one of the pilots was really, really strict on all the logs.
Yeah.
So he had
who comes on, who comes on,
where they're going, who's there.
Just made the FBI's job so much easier.
That's right. So this guy had logs for like 8 years of every flight. Who hopped on, where they went to, where they flew to, then who hopped on again, who hopped off.
And he's done the right thing.
All his logs.
But he's done the right thing because
he's doing his job.
He's doing his job. He's held accountable by law for his license to fly a jet. Yeah. And it says you got to do this jet. And he's thinking, mate, I don't care who these people are. I'm doing my job properly. And bang, 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 write everything down. Those clowns in the back wouldn't have known anything different. I wouldn't have known. So you just...
So, yeah.
That's great.
So really, if you haven't been really across any of the story, I'll just let our friends fly away.
Yeah.
If you haven't been across the actual story from the media, I know there's a lot of hype around it. Yeah. So the basics of it, you have socialites, rich people. Mm-hmm. So if Maxwell was the wife for Epstein, she was a socialite, also comes from a wealthy family. She knew Epstein was, just in no uncertain terms, was a pedophile.
Wow.
I think that's plain.
Has to be plain, man. She went and organised all this stuff.
So what she would do is find vulnerable young ladies, as young as 14.
Oh God.
Who had a life situation where they needed some money. They had something wrong gone in their life, and they were just in a place where they needed money. And they would offer them even things like scholarships. Like, I mean, it's sickening.
Oh man.
To say that, only because you have money. They would hand all these girls some money. They actually were pyramid selling, because they had other girls that already had been through, why don't you come and give my husband a massage? They'd already been through that, and they would actually say, if you manage to bring someone else, we will give you another 1,000.
Oh my God.
So these other young girls who had already been abused in the situation went out and they looked for other girls. Yeah, recruiting other girls.
It's like
it's
what?
so inherently evil and insidious, and the mutilating of just innocence is sickening. And I think this is what has led down the path of it becoming such a open issue in the public.
And good that it has.
Yeah.
And good that it
and
has.
it should have anyone on notice that thinks that they can abuse the position that they have
just because you got money. That's all it is.
Yeah. Because you have some power and
got money and I can do whatever I want. Get whatever I want. That's the mentality. I believe not for all, but a small percentage, and unfortunately that small percentage in this case are making a huge impact.
I think maybe some time ago it was kind of unheard of because you didn't have a voice in that situation. But the world has certainly opened its eyes.
I'm just wondering if we're going to hear more about other incidents and other cases and other situations like this.
Yeah,
because this wouldn't be the only one. That was my point earlier.
No,
this wouldn't be the only one.
Yeah.
If anything,
it's
some
one
may
that's
have gone
just high profile
at the moment, and if anything else was happening, it might go underground for a bit. Thinking if we lay low, and then, but it's
and simply if you manage to pay someone enough, it will all just
go away.
Melt away. But I'm sorry, my friend.
No.
If you have abused someone underage just because you paid them,
it makes it worse.
That doesn't mean that all of a sudden you're absolved.
That in itself goes to show
any
that
responsibility.
I know I'm doing the wrong thing, and I'll see if I can pay myself.
Yeah.
Myself out of it with money. That's what that says.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
I also thought of this another way. I thought, what if the government just said, okay, if you subscribe to a service every year and you pay the government $150,000, you can drive any speed you want, and you won't get a fine. As long as you can.
Don't worry about the people you can potentially kill. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I see where you're coming with this.
So if the government had a scheme where if you can afford to pay $150,000 a year, you get a special for license plate.
Yep.
Which allows you to just
whatever you want.
Don't obey any road law at all, so the police can't stop you. Yeah.
Nah. If the intersection, is clear,
can you imagine?
And it's red, go for it.
Can you imagine how many people would pay that?
Oh, mate, they'd be queuing up, 100%.
Yeah.
People with money would do it.
Yeah.
They would, 100%. More than what we would think. We would be surprised how many people. I'm not tens or hundreds.
Speeding for pedophilia, but
no. But I understand what your point is.
Yeah,
your point.
It's an analogy.
The analogy is, given that you have deep pockets, you can think you can buy yourself out of any situation, not be held accountable, and you can fix things with money.
Yeah.
That's your point in analogy, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And all the issues of ethics and
just goes out the window.
Laws and everything else. That's the problem for poor people.
Yeah, that's common people's problem.
But if you're rich and or famous, those rules don't apply. This is the.
Well, thankfully, there are some rich and famous who do not think themselves as above everybody else.
And the other reason why I highlighted this as well, because really for the main accuser, she now lives here. She lives in Australia.
Oh, Ghislaine, Ghislaine.
No.
Oh, the lady. Oh, the accuser. I beg your pardon. She lives here.
The main accuser. Yeah.
Yeah.
She lives.
How old is she now? She would be. I mean, this was a while ago.
41. Yeah. I think she's 41, something like that.
Wow. See, I wonder what those years have been like for her. Just think of the impact. I mean, I can't even begin to understand the impact that has had on her life. Growing through her 20s and 30s, and now. I mean, I couldn't imagine that's something that you don't let go
Prince
of.
Andrew?
Yeah.
Have you seen Prince
Andrew?
It
doesn't sound like she had much of a choice.
No, well, she never. Well, the whole thing was that it wasn't only him. So she was her services were offered to sort of any man or anyone
whoever could
that
pay.
they had around at their place at that time.
Whoever
That's
could
right.
Pay. Yeah.
So I think Epstein also used it as a thing for leverage, so that he would have something on all these friends and associates. But it's just it's exactly what you were saying.
So
it's
evil,
also the thing, like there are actual services available for people that can pay for it.
Yeah. And
so
you don't need to go down this route if that's what your thing is.
Yeah.
If you need to, but to do this, it's just evil. I don't know. I mean, I'm finding it hard to really sort of articulate on this podcast because I can't think of a word better than evil to describe it. I mean, this stuff makes me angry.
Yeah,
it makes me angry because as a father of a daughter, I think of other fathers of daughters going, your girls are you protect them. Even I got cousins at this age who are turning into young women who I look at them and think.
There was one girl, she was 14.
And I look at them going,
the father died. They had no money in their family. She was, she's in a bad.
She would have been in a situation where she felt like she had no choice.
Yeah.
Right? And they preyed on these girls. There's no other way of describing it. They just preyed on these girls. And it's just like, seriously. I mean, not that girls are weak and they need protecting, but don't do it.
I'm just trying to, I'm just really struggling through the anger to articulate exactly what is at the core of the issue.
This girl's father. I mean, this girl's father, this 17-year-old girl, her father, and all this. I mean, imagine that poor man.
It's just, how can you...
Your heart will break. Simple as that.
It is only because they can actually do what they've done.
Yeah.
And think that it's all sorted. Like, there's never going to be anything to answer for. Because they handed the money, they knew what they were doing. This is their whole. This is what they say to themselves. But it's so morally reprehensible.
It is. I agree. Yeah. Sorry, Steve, but we agree on this one again. And I only say that because I know we're kind of saying that we're repeating the same thing, and I think we've really got a message across. I know. That and
I think
we do have. We've got 10 minutes left.
I do have an update. Urban arms race.
Yeah.
I got an update. You better be ready for this one, mate.
I'll go for it.
You better be ready. Look
at that. What?
Oh,
it's got double wheels at the back.
Come on. Land Cruiser.
Look at that.
Now,
what are you carrying that needs 2 sets of tires at the back?
Nothing. This serves no purpose whatsoever other than only for it to be what it is. Only for every other man that he drives past is just going to be like, oh,
that looks good. And it's got it lifted as well.
Yeah, 6-wheeler.
Look at that
Land Cruiser with a ute bed that you still can't use it.
Look at that.
Urban arms race. It's real.
People are still doing it.
It's real.
What's this? Is that on the Princess
Highway?
Yeah, I was going to say I saw Chapel Street there.
Yeah, Chapel Street.
Yeah.
And
to
all those people that have a Falcon.
All
right. This is what a real car can do. That is a 2-liter bottle of milk.
Where's that sitting?
In the driver's door.
Oh, look at that.
Get you some of that.
Look at that. Is that
how many cars can do that?
No, my car can barely fit.
How many cars can do that?
That is great.
So the driver's door pocket fits a 2-liter bottle of milk. You've always, every time you end up going,
that is brilliant.
When your wife says to you, hey, can you grab some milk on the way home?
Well,
where do you put the milk?
I have to put it on the seat. I can't put it in my.
It rolls around, and you're worried if it's not closed properly, it's going to spill.
I know. I try and do it so to stand it up, and all that sort of stuff. And no, there you go.
All is well in the Rexton, mate. Just
It
goes
all
in the
fits.
door pocket.
It just
All
goes in the
fits.
door pocket.
That's it. Done.
That Rexton, what can't it do?
Urban.
What can't it do? Let's just be honest here.
What it can't do is drive past a service station. That's what it can't do.
It's got to stop and get some fuel.
We have to get some dinosaur juice somewhere, Phil. We are also known as for the Diesel Boys. So we got to go.
Yep. And you do some fair bit of driving, so you would be stopping at petrol stations a lot. Do they know you by first name? They must. Some would know you by first name, surely.
Yeah, especially the one that they know my order for coffee.
There you go. They see.
Like even some days I don't want coffee, but because she sees me at the counter,
she
already starts making it. Oh yeah.
Oh,
she already knows my order.
You can't say no. It'd be rude.
She knows it off by heart.
Oh,
It is always a maxi skinny latte. That's it.
There you go.
With no sugar.
There you have it.
And it's already ready after I paid the fuel. So I'm going to like, hey, all right. So Philip, if you're in the country,
yep,
and you happen to be single,
yes,
how do you get the attention of a girl in the country or from the country, in a country town?
I don't know. How
do you get the attention of a girl from a country town?
I don't know. How?
A tractor.
See, if I had thought about that logically, I would have got that one. And I could see you were trying to. And I'm thinking, I don't know, but boot scoot, I don't know. A tractor. Hey.
Like
those big wheels. No, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah,
I know,
I'm just making sure other people get it. I know you get it.
I get it. Those big wheels, man. Those big wheels do it.
Those big wheels.
All right.
So last one.
Last one. Because we're at the 5-minute warning.
Last one. I was going to say, it's almost going to be give it away. What is a mummy's favorite food?
Oh, mummy's favorite food.
What is a mummy as in an Egyptian?
Egyptian mummy.
Not a yummy mummy or a mummy. a mum.
A mum.
What is an Egyptian mummy's favorite food?
I feel like I should know this one too. What is it? Don't want to leave the guests and listeners waiting. Go.
Wraps. Wrap it up.
Wraps.
That's got him.
That's got it. That's awesome. I knew it had to do with something.
One after bath time.
I knew it had to do something with bandages, and I'm thinking about hand bandage. I couldn't get anything with bandages. It was wraps.
What is an Egyptian mummy's favorite food?
Wraps.
Wraps.
And there you have it. Speaking of wraps, we're going to wrap this up.
Please remind everyone of the socials.
Yeah, thanks everyone. Please like and subscribe. Helps the channel move along. Although we may have made a little bit of lightheartedness, at the beginning, at the end, I think the topic of discussion is one. We've made our point very clear. It's something that for Sid and I, as dads with daughters, it absolutely fills us with rage. It really does. It fills us with rage to the point that if we had a minute alone in a room, that's all we would need. So that's all I'm going to say.
All we need is a little bit of time, some vice grips and a blowtorch, and everything would be sorted.
So on that note, Sadiq, thanks again. We had a great podcast. Your son able to join in, our first guest.
Shout out for the J-Man. Shout out for Joe. Shout out for Nick. Shout out for Piper.
Yeah, shout out for all you guys. Thanks for joining the podcast. And until episode 18 next week, when we resume normal time on a Friday, be safe, everybody. We'll get
the number right.
Take care. And until next time.
Scott Morrison's stupid face.
A bit of bullshit bingo. Maybe we'll play that next week.
Next week on Two Dads Podcast.
Enjoy, everyone. Have a good night. See ya.
Have a good night.
Bye.
See ya. See you next time.